Hello, and welcome to this week's EastEnders Spoilers. Week commencing the 12th of June 2023. Vinny fears that Suki's accident was an attempt on her life. Nish tries to shut this down, but Eve is also suspicious and fuels Vinny's theory. At the hospital, Eve and Suki get a chance to talk and they worry about whether Ravi realizes Suki was planning to leave Nish. Mitch becomes concerned that Suki is a victim of domestic violence and tries to show his support, but is thwarted by Nish. Vinny also tries to get Suki to open up, but Nish manages to stand in the way of this too. Once alone with Suki again, Eve urges her to report Nish for pushing her down the stairs, but is this really what happened? Meanwhile, Joe returns with divorce papers for Rocky, but Rocky doesn't understand why he didn't receive them by post. Joe unsettles Rocky by mentioning that Jasper says hello. Later, Rocky phones Joe and demands a conversation about his boy. Elsewhere, Elaine confuses Zach and Freddie when she tries to play matchmaker for Gina. Nish struggles with the gossip spreading about his marriage to Suki. Vinny confides in Ravi about his fears and is surprised to hear that Suki was planning to leave Nish. With pressure mounting, Suki calls Eve and reveals her decision on what to do next. DS Miles and Callum visit Suki, questioning whether Nish has ever been violent. They soon take Nish in for questioning and after presenting him with some evidence to back up their theory, they arrest him for ABH. Meanwhile, Bobby overhears Rocky's latest suspicious phone conversation about his boy, so he tips off Kathy. Things get worse when Joe arrives, warning that Rocky will have to beg if he wants to see Jasper. Elsewhere, Freddie has a meeting with a psychiatrist to discuss his ADHD assessment, but Jean worries that he isn't expressing his true feelings. Also today, Elaine's misunderstanding causes trouble for Gina, who is warned off from Zach by Whitney. Mac is upset when there's a Father's Day card-making activity at school. Suki suspects that Eve called the police on Nish, but she denies it. Vinny is furious when Ravi reveals that Suki had a suitcase packed last week. Vinny suspects that Suki and Eve have teamed up to plot against Nish, so that Suki can leave him for another man. When Vinny searches for the truth, he's shocked by his next discovery. Meanwhile, Theo presents Lily with some expensive trainers that she wanted, which Stacy had refused to buy for her. Stacy insists that Lily can't have them as it wouldn't be fair on the other kids, but Theo ignores Stacy and goes behind her back. Elsewhere, George asks Elaine to make amends with Gina after the recent misunderstanding. Also today, Kathy decides who she wants at her wedding. In an emotional conversation, Vinny gives Suki an ultimatum. Meanwhile, Amy warns Lily that she needs to be careful when it comes to Theo's motivations. She also tips off Stacy, who speaks to both Lily and Theo. Elsewhere, Gina warns Elaine that she doesn't need another mum. Linda hopes that the Knight family can get back on track. Also today, Rocky gets Bobby on board to help to make sure that Kathy gets the guests she wants at their wedding. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe if you have enjoyed this week's EastEnders Spoilers.